Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsea. Over the past couple days, I've shared some great card ideas that you can make with one set of supplies from this month's kit. Today I'm sharing with you my fourth alternative card using the January 2024 Paper Pumpkin kit called Lovely Lavender. The projects from this kit are really beautiful. It creates a total of 8 cards, 4 in these 2 different designs, and 4 tags. If you'd like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. The card that I'm sharing with you today is one of my favorites so far. I love that it highlights the beautiful pattern and has a fun detail created with linen thread. Let's go ahead and get started. To create this card, you're going to need one of the envelopes, and I'm using the crumb cake pattern, and you'll need the card base with the flower and the purple watercolor. So let's go ahead and cut these so that they're the sizes that we need. I'm just going to first trim this one in half at 4 1/4 inches. We're going to use the purple on a future card, so put that off to the side. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the flower pattern and rotate it so the 5 1/2 inch is at the top, and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. Then I'm going to rotate and cut again at 3 inches, giving me a 3 by 3 square. These extra pieces we're going to use on future cards, so put those off to the side, and we'll go ahead and use this square piece. But let's trim our envelope so that we can access that pattern on the inside by removing the edges where it is folded. So we're going to use this crumb cake piece here. You're welcome to hold on to the white piece and use it for stamping. If you're adding any stamped elements to your cards. We're going to just trim this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which will fit the front of our card perfectly. I've added some adhesive to the back of that crumb cake piece, and I'm just going to place it on a card base of thick basic white cardstock and smooth that out so I don't get any bubbles. From my personal stash, I have cut a piece of crushed curry cardstock. It is 1 1/4 inches by 3 inches, and you could use any color that it coordinates with the pattern paper. And I am going to add just a very little bit of liquid adhesive along the bottom edge of this paper. And I'm going to lay my crushed curry right over that so that they're just connecting at like the smallest amount, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch, an 1/8 of an inch. Just keep it nice and small. Okay. And then before I do anything else, I want to use my gorgeous grape and stamp the greeting. And I'm just using the same one, just a little something for you. I really like this greeting that comes in this kit. I'm going to stamp it in the bottom right corner. And then I also just remembered I forgot to distress my papers before adding them together. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and just run the tip right along the top edge of this crushed curry piece, just to give it a little bit of a frayed look. Okay. And then I'm going to take the rest and just kind of distress the edges a little bit. And I can be a little bit more aggressive with it. And then in the corner, I'm going to just kind of roll up, crinkle that corner a little bit, and do the same for the top. Just on the two left sides, so top and bottom left sides. I can also use my fingernail to kind of distress the top there a little bit. Okay, I'm ready to now show you this fun technique. What I've done is I have this really small hole punch here. Can you see the size of hole that it creates? It's tiny, maybe 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to punch 4 holes in the crushed curry and 4 holes directly across in the pattern paper. So they don't need to be like even. It's a very kind of a handmade feel. Can you see those 4 holes? Okay, so once I have done that, I'm going to take 12 inches of linen thread from the kit, and I'm going to string both ends through the 2 from the back that are closest to the center of the piece. I'm trying to bring those ends back together. There. If you need to, you could use a needle with this linen thread. So then put your 2 ends together and they should come through that side. And we're going to just make some X's all the way across. So start with 1 and go to the next hole. Okay, I'm going to get a needle. This one's separating. Okay, so I've threaded that onto a needle. I'm just going to go across 1 and then through the bottom one. Okay, so I have the cross there, and then I'm going to do the same thing, go across to the back, and then on the back I go to the bottom and then cross again. Okay, so what I've got is just half of an X. Then I'm going to string through the next one. And repeat. So I'm going to make the X with that one and then go up this time. Make the X to the other one. Go up. And then make the last X. Okay, just like that. So then I have 2 long strings that are about the same length coming out on the edge. So you can see what it looks like on the back and what it looks like on the front. I think this is such a fun look. Then I'm going to take those 2 ends, just tie a simple knot, and I kind of want it to show, so I don't want the knot to go underneath my cardstock. And then I'm going to tie it just a small bow that kind of peeks out and bring those tails down so it's not an upside down bow. There we go. Okay, so that's all done. And now this is ready to add to my card base. I've added dimensionals to the back, and it's just going to go right in the center. If you want, you can also add some embellishments. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this simple card with some fun details using the linen thread. If you're interested in seeing written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. If you would like to subscribe to get your own paper pumpkin kit, please do so using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.